Everything you need to know about dog vaccinations. We all want to protect our dogs, and making sure they're up to date with their vaccinations is one way to do that. Vaccinations are usually annual injections that keep your dog's immunity strong and protect them from various diseases. Different vaccines last for different amounts of time, and some are considered necessary, whereas others are optional. In this video, we'll take a look at the health conditions that vaccinations protect against. Then we'll look at the recommended vaccination schedule for puppies in their first year. And finally, consider vaccinations, boosters, and titers for older dogs. Before we get started, please help us out by subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to ring that bell to see our frequently posted content. If your pup does experience any ailments or symptoms referenced within this video, we highly recommend seeking advice from your local professionals. Did you know you can now visit brooklynscorner.com to find local vets in your area? Dog vaccinations are split into core and non-core vaccines. In other words, some dog vaccinations are essential, whereas others are optional and dependent on your dog's activities and environment. Before we look at the recommended vaccination schedule for puppies, let's take a look at the canine diseases that can be vaccinated against. What is my dog being vaccinated for? Bordetella bronchiseptica. This bacteria is the main cause of kennel cough. Many doggy daycares, training classes, and boarding facilities require proof that attending dogs have been vaccinated against Bordetella. Unlike other vaccines, which are generally injected under the skin, the Bordetella vaccine is squirted up your dog's nose. Canine parainfluenza. Canine parainfluenza is another virus that can contribute to kennel cough. Canine distemper. This is a severe and contagious disease that attacks your dog's respiratory, gastrointestinal, and nervous systems. Distemper is airborne and can be caught from sneezing and coughing, as well as from infected water bowls or toys. Distemper causes discharge, fever, coughing, vomiting, diarrhea, and seizures. It can also be referred to as hard pad, as it causes the foot pad of dogs to thicken and harden. There is no cure for this disease, and infected dogs can shed the virus for months. Canine hepatitis. This highly contagious viral infection affects the liver, kidney, spleen, lungs, and eyes. Canine hepatitis can range in severity, with slight fever and congestion for dogs with the mild form, and vomiting, jaundice, and stomach enlargement for those with severe forms. Many dogs can overcome the mild form, but the severe form can be fatal. There is no cure for canine hepatitis. Coronavirus. Canine coronavirus isn't the same one that causes COVID-19 in people, but it is also uncurable. This illness affects a dog's gastrointestinal system and can also affect their respiratory system. Leptospirosis. This illness is caused by bacteria found in soil and water. Symptoms of leptospirosis include fever, vomit, diarrhea, and jaundice, and the disease is zoonotic, meaning it can spread from animals to people. Antibiotics are effective against leptospirosis. Lyme disease. As within humans, Lyme disease is an infection and can spread via ticks. Unlike with humans, canine Lyme disease doesn't have the telltale bullseye pattern around the affected tick bite. Dogs with Lyme disease have other symptoms, including limping, swollen lymph nodes, an increased temperature, and a loss of appetite. Lyme disease can affect major organs, and relapses can occur even after treatment with antibiotics. Parvovirus. Parvovirus is a highly contagious disease that affects all dogs. The disease attacks the gastrointestinal system, causing a loss of appetite, fever, vomiting, and severe bloody diarrhea. Parvovirus is extremely serious and can kill a dog within 48 to 72 hours. Unvaccinated puppies under 4 months old are at the most risk, and there is no cure. Rabies. Rabies is a viral disease that affects the central nervous system and is transmitted via bite. Symptoms of rabies include anxiety, hallucinations, excessive drooling, and death. Rabies should be treated within hours. When should my dog be vaccinated? Now that we know what we're vaccinating our dogs against, let's take a look at the recommended vaccinations for puppies according to the American Kennel Club. 6 to 8 weeks, vaccination for distemper and parainfluenza. Bordetella is optional for dogs that will spend a lot of time around other dogs. 10 to 12 weeks, vaccines for distemper, hepatitis, parainfluenza, and parvovirus, known as DHPP. Optional vaccine for coronavirus, leptospirosis, Bordetella, and Lyme disease. 12 to 24 weeks, vaccine for rabies. 14 to 16 weeks, top-up vaccine for DHPP. Optional top-up for coronavirus, leptospirosis, and Lyme disease. 12 to 16 months, top-up for rabies and DHPP. Optional top-up for coronavirus, leptospirosis, Bordetella, and Lyme disease. Every 1 to 2 years, top-up for DHPP, optional for coronavirus, leptospirosis, Bordetella, and Lyme disease. Every 1 to 3 years, rabies as required by law. Vaccinations for adult dogs. Adult dogs usually receive boosters or top-ups every year in order to maintain their vaccinations. Some vets think that too many vaccines can pose a health risk, but others say that yearly vaccines protect dogs from dangerous diseases. Regardless, discuss vaccinations with your vet and see what's the best fit for your circumstances. Another option is titer tests, which measure a dog's immunity levels against particular illnesses and says whether vaccines are necessary. There are titer tests for all illnesses mentioned here, except rabies. Well, that's all from us. Thanks for tuning in to everything you need to know about dog vaccinations. We hope it helped.
Be sure to subscribe and paw that thumbs up button. Then go ahead and check out some of our other videos or fun activities on our website. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.